Showers, where they were in the midst of a really tough bracket because you have to fight through everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are some moments here where ARP are going to be looking at LG and saying, oh gosh, this is a tough opening matchup, but it's not the only matchup. You don't put yourself up against the wall immediately if you do lose this. So we'll find out. Here we go. We are out into the races now. Guaranteed. LG, first couple of kills. ARP trying to find their way on towards the zone, but R9 and shotguns in hand for LG as both Vague and Tech will be pulling the shotties out early.
I mean, this is something that we already preempted before the broadcast even started. It's the fact that the shotguns definitely going to be so hard and very crucial right now. We've seen so far here in Stage 4, not just in NA, but also for EU. But Vague getting a triple kill already. He's having a really good time, flushing out a lot of the players in 2F, which is a power position for P1 and also for that rotation in P2.
Vague's on 6-0 start. So he's already built up 2 of his streaks. Tectonic just making sure no one comes down the staircase, and Luminosity is absolutely dominating the start. Nice bounce back here for ARP. Quick Predator Missile will come in. It does find 2 for Vague, so the hard point can now be contested, but Detri holding on for a time. Not enough assistance from Yon to get the full-on trade, but there is still a chance to contest. So 33 plays up against 8. Vague shut down, and ARP will have a chance to rotate over to New.
Not just that, they also have the more favorable side of the map, as you can see. I mean, they're going to be set up for P3. They need to find a way to stop the flank coming in from Luminosity later on, but looks like Luminosity is actually going in more for that 2F control as they finally get a hold of a solid hardpoint so far. All 4 players going to be right there into the hardpoint.
Spawns will flip here, though, as Luminosity just kind of push through catwalk. So now ARP have to kind of work back for it while also fighting for the hardpoint. And, well, they are fighting the war on 2 fronts, but neither are going all that well. Split spawn situation for both our 2 teams, but Luminosity cleaning up on the objective. Now they can start sending numbers to deal with the new side of the map. 30 seconds till the fight for here on P2.
Unfortunately, Yon and Camoax lose such an essential gunfight to fight for spawn for next. And not just that, Luminosity just having a trip here into P2, getting a lot of the points down, but it is still going to be ARP trying to go in there for that control. But Vague just causing chaos right there. And not just that, though, everyone else doing an amazing job outside of the hill. Tectonic getting kills from that war machine.
I love the timing of that from Tectonic. He can use that as a way to make sure that the play for objective is largely made easier. But Yon starting to heat up just a touch, does get 3 in a row. Hardpoint will start to move over towards the gondola. Tectonic in the back just playing anchor. Rest of LG focused on the front, but the hit for ARP all coming through generator side. Veteran trying to find an entry, but look how deep Tectonic is. Talk about just wise awareness as an AR, making sure that no one gets behind the play. And LG will start to pull some operators in. You got the Sparrow out immediately. ARP getting a kill around the back. They should be able to flip things out. Just comes down to can they actually break the hard point itself, because LG are still holding. And Tectonic's going to call in a missile, but it's actually still enough for ARP to neutralize and get control of the hill.
ARP good for the break, and that is going to be really good situational awareness coming in from Chelsea. Getting rid of Tech first, and not just that, Detri right into cable car all the way, tries to get rid of the players from the outside, so that's going to be huge. Tectonic, though, unfortunately, does get taken out by Chelsea with that Sparrow. Beautifully timed, gets majority of the scrap points down, but unfortunately, Detri, you cannot make those mistakes.
This is perfectly fine for ARP. You got to be giving them a round of applause right now, because they get the break. They're able to at least neutralize and go about 50-50 on the hard point and look towards rotation. They are fully set up with Detri finding kills on the exit. So now a little bit labored. There's Luminosity on the exit. ARP will give away a lot of space through the middle of the map in order to prefer these spawns to set up for New. Hardpoint will open. ARP will be in control. Lots of operators at the ready. Washington going to go first with the Annihilator out, while Veteran and Kim will do what they can to try to lock things by bunkering on the site itself. Claw in hand. Nice kills coming out for ARP. No trades for LG in any form, and how about the hold for ARP?
Ooh, here we go. Yon in a really good spot as he's going to be anchoring down spawns. Actually able to get rid of Band that tried to go in for that spawn flip, but he will be greeted by a lot of players, and unfortunately goes in there. Not really a good sign as Washi gets an important kill. Band as well with the claw. And there you go. This is what we need to see from Luminosity Gaming to bring it back. But Chelsea with a beautiful 3-piece earns herself so much more utility.
That is huge. It's essentially 1v4s on top of the hard point. Now her friends are in the mix, and the kills are starting to come through. LG completely bounced out, and how about ARP? Okay. Eyes wide open right now as they will take the lead through the first set of hills. Not a huge lead to speak of, but a lead nonetheless, which was already a bit of a surprise. Moving back over towards computers, though. Luminosity with control, not just in the hard point. They've got the shotguns back out as well.
This is where they got majority of the points down in the first set of rotations, and they were able to have such a solid P2 hold, but looks like we have play number 3. That's Chelsea, a really big playmaker to try and get that, but unfortunately does go down.
LG, couple of kills, Predator missiles spent in, but ARP can only find one with it. Veteran clearing out the outsides. Tectonic trying to lock things down, but he's going to be under threat from behind. Should be an easy pickup for Yawn, and it is. The kills all turning up. ARP, Luminosity not able to find a single trade. Kill feed goes purely yellow, and how about ARP? Another convincing break, and the kills, they don't stop coming, and they won't stop coming. A chance to start to make the rotation over to flip spawns around, and Luminosity can't find a single kill until it's a little bit too late.
Chelsea on an absolute rampage right now, 18 to her name. The closest one is going to be Tectonic with 21, but obviously those long-range engagements, I feel like for Luminosity, they're not able to sustain it super well, especially in this hill. And now, let's see. The battle for 2F is definitely going to ensue. That's going to be play number 4, Big, right under, on a really, really cheeky spot, trying to just clear those really tight angles.
Hardpoint will open up. Vague just going to finesse in and out with the shotgun. Veteran up top. Nice gunfight win versus Tectonic. Has a chance to possibly push forward, but the Sparrow's out for Envy. He clears out the second floor. Detry trying to follow up with the War Machine, but no real opponents for him to really make use of this. Only finds one up close, but now has to step into the action. Gloves out. Back to the LK. Completely mixed up as Washi starts to find a little bit of momentum here. A slow start for him, but now up to 14 kills, and Luminosity have a chance to still contest with numbers.
The good thing for ARP is the fact that that War Machine, even though he didn't really find so much kills, he was able to push back so many players coming in from Luminosity, funneling in through that other side. And now we do get to see it. It's still blue all over the feed. 140 and 145 and looking like another lead change. But we do get to see ARP going in for an early setup for P3.
But LG know this. It's just too early for ARP to make this play around the back. You have to find these kills. You have to find them convincingly. Trades across the board, not going to work out fully. Band on rotation will drop. So 3 seconds until this hard point expires. ARP now with numbers will have a chance to set up. But once again, Luminosity, a chance to threaten this early. 100 killer drones go out, and you also have a chance here for some operators to be pulled. Veteran will use the Purifier first and foremost. He's responsible for the front door. Around the back, LG finding a couple of kills, and look at the push coming through Snowside. Band opens up space through Forklift. Tectonic now pitching from the front, and ARP get completely demolished inside the hard point. A couple players will still spawn in, but ARP not inside the hill.
Man, that's such a good push coming in from Tech. He won that gunfight up against Detry, and he didn't even push into the back of the map. He went all the way around, instead going to the other entrance for that push, and now it's all blue. And even though they're going to be surrounded by ARP members, it's going to be huge. Veteran gets an essential 2-piece. Kimwax brings out the claw.
What a pinch from Veteran. Finds a route through mid. Hits Luminosity from behind, and ARP, who never lost control of spawns, do get the rebreak. Tight game, 175, 165. Scrap time looks good for ARP as Luminosity's on rotation. They have only just 2 operators to spend to try to hold this, whereas Yawn has got one of his own. Everything may hinge on this break attempt for ARP.
That's going to be huge. If you're going to be ARP, you need to funnel out every single player, but it's a good thing that they're also going in for the scrap points as well. And now they need to win that player number 3. Envy is going to be in a really big fight.
Oh!
Unfortunately, loses it, and that will allow the players from ARP to possibly go and spawn, but no, that's going to be right there.
Washi, how big has he been in the last couple of lives? Now up to 17 kills. Luminosity hold on to the spawns and simultaneously still contain over towards the hard point. ARP setting up for their break. No operators, no streaks. It has to be done the hard way. On the opposite side, LG do have a Purifier out for Vague. Detry gets the first. Tectonic makes sure spawns are still good, but actually Band will spawn out here. ARP are starting to build up some numbers, but can they actually hold the hard point as they still do not have any operators to spend here? Band on the way in. He's going to be able to find the first. Can he double up? No. Kimwax there for her own double, and that's going to be enough for ARP to lock things in.
That's going to be a beautiful break. Again, coming in from ARP, and they've been so good at breaking the hill. We got Chelsea already on her 28th with the Switchblade, and there's a reason why she's so comfy and using this every single time. The rotation going to finally come through. We do get to see Luminosity staying there, and as per usual, they are very comfortable here in P1, getting majority of the points, but every single time we go in there for a reset, ARP just inching slowly.
Oh, wow. Great map control here from Luminosity. They are controlling every point of ingress. ARP need to stack up. 205 to 200, the current count. Envy's got the Sparrow out. Kim trying to do what they can to just clear out top floor. That will work. Envy spending a lot of the Sparrow bolts trying to get some damage, but not going to work out. ARP are finding the kills. 212 to 205. Veteran trying to find a way in. The rest of ARP hitting from the back door, but Luminosity, they're finding all the kills from inside the hard point. Detry shut down, and Luminosity still hold 35 seconds on the hard point.
It's just so huge. Vegas is just the stopping force that ARP just cannot seem to get over. And right now with the 34K already, he kind of slowed down in that second set of rotations, but definitely right back into the game. And now with ARP just having such a difficult time, even though Veteran, unfortunately, not using that Purifier to his advantage.
Vague trying to shut things down through Cubby. Trade comes through. Luminosity still in control of the hard point. They can still win here. They will get the tick, but now a little bit of contest comes out. ARP trying to clear up this second floor. They're going to have to win this scrap and also win the rotation to do. Someone may have to touch this again. 249, do they get the final tick? No. It's all about can they set themselves up around Catwalk. A difficult hard point to get 45 straight seconds on, but it is doable with the convincing kill feed. Problem is, they're not finding the kills they need. Yon shut down. The early contest already in. Detry trying to find whatever he can with the War Machine. There will be a chance to clear, but this is everything right now for ARP. They're using every single one of the operators they have, and they're starting to get shut down. Vague trying to clear it out, do it all himself. Contest is through! Vague gets the snap, but they don't get the tick. ARP are still alive. Never mind.
Van gets the final blow, and it's just a combination of having so much firepower inside of the hill in the form of Vague, and then on the outside you have Tectonic clearing those long angles, and also you got Washi just thinking about those anchoring points, and I feel like it was that P4 that just changed the tide for them.
Honestly speaking, it was this
close.
Thin margins that they could hold on to, and a lot of it did come through this first and second hard point string. Did not do a good job on P3. Like at all. Even in the moments where they were locking things down around the back, ARP were still finding entryways. In fact, I think we can pretty much largely say both times that we were at that third hard point, it went 50-50. 30 seconds for you, 30 seconds for us, which is not often the case. That's probably one of our easier hard points across the board internationally that you'll see teams soak up time on, but that was not to be. It was largely Luminosity finding value here in these first two hills that ARP were having a little bit of struggle with kind of out-trading Luminosity. And even though ARP did a nice job kind of rotating around the map to try to mitigate some of the problems they had in the first two hard points, unfortunately, we never saw another third hard point. So Luminosity get the job done. 38 total kills for Vague, a lot of it with the shotgun with over 2 minutes of hard point time. Yeah, he's the MVP for sure.